Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. One of the most common questions is, can you really build muscle during Ramadan? A lot of people think that all of your gains will be absolutely destroyed during Ramadan, and here's the truth. So before I get started, I have to remind myself, and of course remind you guys, anyone watching, that the biggest gains to be made are the spiritual ones during Ramadan. That is the most important thing. Of course I have to say it because it's an obligation for me. If I go and I make a video about working out during Ramadan and I only talk about how to maximize gains and how to build muscle and how to lose fat without mentioning that the month of Ramadan is a month of blessings, a month of gaining as much spirituality as you possibly can, increasing your deen, increasing your hasanat, trying to be the best Muslim you can be, then I would be guilty of kind of just promoting just working out during Ramadan and not really focusing on the main thing during Ramadan, which is of course ibadah and getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So make sure during this month of Ramadan, make sure to focus on your spiritual gains more than your physical gains. So now to transition over to physical gains, can you actually build muscle and make physical gains during Ramadan? The answer is yes, and especially during a Ramadan like this, where the nights are long, the days are short, it is actually pretty easy to gain muscle mass during this month. One of the most important things that a lot of people neglect is their diet during Ramadan. Of course, if your mother cooks, if your wife cooks, if you're going over to somebody's house and they're making dinner for you or iftar for you, you want to make sure, of course, you eat that food, you thank them, you enjoy it. But the meals that you can control, maybe after Taraweeh, maybe before Suhoor, during Suhoor, stuff like that where you can control what you eat, then you need to make sure that you're getting the right protein sources, the right carbohydrate sources, the right fat sources. Make sure every calorie that you eat that you can control is put in your diet for a reason. So for example, if you're like me when I was younger and you're just a hard gainer, you're trying to gain as much muscle mass as you can, and you're trying to at least minimize the muscle loss, then you want to make sure you focus a lot on carbohydrates. Now, the carbohydrates you eat could be very good and it could be very bad as well. An example of bad carbohydrates is desserts, sugars, very fast, quick processing carbohydrates where it goes into your system, gets into your bloodstream, spikes your insulin, and then it just dies off. You lose all that energy. So those are the things that you want to avoid during the month of Ramadan. And of course, even outside of Ramadan, you want to avoid this kind of food. But if you eat slower and more complex carbohydrates, it would be better for you. If you don't know what those are, it's easy to Google, find a couple examples, go through a list of complex carbohydrates that you like, and just put it into your diet. Now, another thing is fats. People avoid fats as if it's the plague. It's not bad. Fats are not bad at all. And actually, if you're a hard gainer and you're really trying to gain muscle mass and trying to put on some size during the month of Ramadan, or at least at the very least maintain your size right now, then you need to focus on good fats as well. I would highly recommend to also Google a bunch of good healthy fats that you can eat. Pick a couple out of that list that you like to eat and make sure you have those on deck. And the reason I say that is because if you are running low on calories, so for example, you had a busy night from iftar until suhoor, or until almost suhoor, almost fajr time, you've been kind of busy running around or doing something, or you fell asleep, whatever the case is, and you're running low on calories. You want to make sure you have a good source of fat that you could eat, because fats have 9 calories per gram versus 4 calories per gram from carbohydrates and proteins. So if you need to just get a quick bump in calories, then you need to eat those good fats. And of course, the proteins are very important as well. I don't think I need to explain that to you guys, but make sure you're eating the right amount of protein as well from good sources as well. So now if you have your diet locked in, you're getting good proteins, good carbohydrates, good fats, you're getting the right amount of calories that you need to at least maintain muscle mass, if not gain muscle mass. So you need to be in a caloric surplus if you want to gain muscle mass during Ramadan. And again, just to reiterate, this Ramadan, it should be easy, or at least easier, to maintain and gain muscle mass during Ramadan because the nights are long. So you have more time, more opportunities to eat to get more calories in. So now let's say you're getting the right amount of calories in, you're getting the right proteins, carbs, fats, everything is good to go. How should you work out? You should work out very similar to the way you were working out outside of Ramadan. So for example, if you were doing 4 sets of 10, you should continue doing 4 sets of 10. If you're doing something like 3 by 12, If you're doing 12, 9, 6, whatever the case is, whatever you're doing, whatever program you're doing, continue to do it, but pay attention to how your body feels. And that's the most important thing when you're working out during Ramadan, is you want to pay attention to what your body is telling you. If you're feeling dizzy, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling fatigued and very weak, your body is telling you it doesn't have what it needs to perform the way you want it to perform. So you need to go and kind of reevaluate, are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough rest? Are you getting enough recovery? Are you getting enough calories? Are you counting your calories correctly? Are you getting enough water? Are you dehydrated? That's very important. So you need to go back, reevaluate why you're feeling the way you are, and take it down a notch. Some people just really struggle during Ramadan. I'm one of those people who, during the day, I really struggle and I'm very tired, very exhausted. But most of the time after iftar, I feel a lot better. After I get the calories in, the nutrition, the hydration, I feel a lot better. But there are still some nights where I will feel tired, I will feel a little dizzy, something is off. So if you're having one of those days where you're feeling very tired, then you need to tell yourself, okay, let me tone it down a little bit. If you're consistently tired, dizzy, when you're working out, you're feeling kind of off, something is off, you could tell something in your body is just different, it's not right, then you need to take it down a notch consistently. You need to not train as hard and you need to tone it down a little bit. So if you're doing RPE 8 usually outside of Ramadan, RPE 7 to 8, you need to go to RPE 6 to 7, maybe even 5 to 6, which is going to be very light, very easy workout. But the point is you're getting the blood flowing, you're stimulating the blood flow, you're stimulating some kind of muscle breakdown to hopefully build back up if you're getting the right calories in. You just need to pay attention to your body. I think most people should be okay as long as, inshallah, you're healthy, you don't have any medical conditions. You should be able to work out with the same intensity that you usually work out with. So if you guys are interested in a specific workout program for Ramadan, let me know, email me. I'll put my email in the description below. If you guys need help with anything, just let me know in the comment section below. If you guys are new to this channel, I would appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to drop a like. A lot more Ramadan tips will be coming in the next couple of days. So I appreciate you guys. Inshallah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.